wasn't using it.
It was in your Louis Vuitton bag. That's what it says in the police report.
It was not mine, ma'am. It was hers, and she threw it on me. Like, they didn't even find it in my possession. I didn't have a bag on me that day.
No, the police report, unless I'm reading incorrectly.
I didn't even have a purse that day.
All right, y'all. What happens when someone takes a plea deal, then turns around and says they're actually innocent? Judge Boyd's patience wears thin real quick when this woman starts blaming her passenger after pleading guilty to a serious drug charge. And when she realizes the court isn't playing, it's already too late.
And are you Miss Ladone?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Ladone, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, waiving count 2.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
Did you review the court admonishments and admonitions with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4,200 grams as a second-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Judge.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Ladone, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 1. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution to Stephen, Stephen, Dingler, Dingler, in the amount of $878.88. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years and there be TAP evaluation. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to count 1, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
Contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
No objection.
State, you may be excused. Did you review the waiving and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, in the right to remain silent? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
10 and 10.
And who do they live with?
They got taken away.
All right. Have your rights been terminated?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Who is Giovanna Isaac Hernandez to you.
My ex-girlfriend,
If you were released today, where would you be staying?
my grandfather's.
Are there any children in that home?
No, ma'am.
When's the last time you had employment?
Before I went to prison.
All right, and when was that?
I went to prison in 2021.
All right, and have you already served your prison sentence?
Still on parole right now.
Have you had the parole hearing?
Yes, I have
And what was the result of the parole hearing?
to take care of this case first, and then they were gonna decide what they wanted to do.
All right. And do you know Stephen Diegler?
No,
Have you ever had any mental health issues? So why did you end up losing custody of your children?
baby's dad used to beat me up really bad, and someone called on me that I never went and made complaints about it. I just let it happen, and they took my kids away.
All right, no, it takes more than that. I've done Child Protective Services cases. They don't just terminate your rights because you're in an abusive relationship.
I also did drugs and all that.
All right, so let's backtrack and take some steps back. Even if he was doing drugs, they would not necessarily terminate your parental rights. Now, they will terminate your parental rights if they tell you to do parenting classes and you don't do them. They will terminate your rights if you're with somebody who's being abusive and who's a drug user, and they say, hey, if this person does not become clean and sober and stop with his abusive behavior, we're going to terminate your rights because you continue to live with him. So if you were to continue to live with that person, then yeah, they'll terminate your rights for that. But they're not going to terminate your rights if you're in an abusive relationship and that's the only thing.
Well, I went to state jail, and they terminated him also because I was locked up for more than 6 months.
And what were you in the state jail for?
For fraud.
And what were you in prison for?
Frauds.
All right. And the fraud with the prison sentence, I'm assuming that's not the state jail facility because you're saying
No,
prison.
those are two different times. Well, one was in 2016, and the other one was in 2021.
Okay. And are you looking at state jail felony time or prison time? All right, because usually state jail, they do not parole you. You have to do that time day for day. All right. Is there anything else I need to know about you? All right, Miss Abrams, this is what we're going to do. 7 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. I'm going to want to tap in custody, follow tap recommendations. How often were you using meth?
I wasn't using it.
It was in your Louis Vuitton bag. That's what it says in the police report.
It was not mine, ma'am. It was hers, and she threw it on me. Like, they didn't even find it in my possession. I didn't have a bag on me that day.
No, the police report, unless I'm reading incorrectly.
I didn't even have a purse that day.
Wait, we're going to say, yeah, they stopped you in this vehicle and they said that that was yours.
Yeah, she told them that it was mine.
Do you want a jury trial?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So, Ms. Abrams, it's going to be a TAP evaluation in custody, follow recommendations. And instead of regular and random UAs, I'm going to want the UA hotline for her. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. She is not to reside with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be no contact with Giovanna Isaac Hernandez. How far did you go in school?
Went to 11th grade.
All right. So when you said you worked prior to being taken into custody, what type of work did you do?
My grandfather's provider.
Oh, that's not going to happen. What's your grandfather's name?
Rudy
Rudy what?
Ladon.
All right. There's to be no contact and restitution to Stephen Dingler in the amount of $878.88. There's to be no in-person contact with Rudy Ladon. There's to be no unsupervised contact with vulnerable persons. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived if you obtain your GED or obtain some sort of higher level education or in some sort of trade school. Otherwise, you're going to have to do the 200 hours of community service restitution. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
I can't have no contact with my grandfather.
Oh, you can talk to him on the phone, but there's to be no in-person contact.
Even if he just comes every now and then, like he comes every now and then from the valley and he's sick right now.
No. Is there anything else? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful, communication is key. You need to make sure that you're in contact with your probation officer. If there's an issue, you can let the court know. And the reason why I'm not allowing you to have in-person contact with your grandfather right now is because you're not in the right state of or right frame of mind right now. You have drug issues, I believe. You have been in and out of prison for the fraud. And now we have this drug case, and it's a lot of drugs. Okay. And probation also do a gang evaluation. All right. Thank you.
Judge Boyd gave her a break, but she tried to backpedal. This courtroom doesn't reward excuses, especially when the truth's already on paper. What do y'all think? Was Judge Boyd too harsh, or was this woman playing herself? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget, in this courtroom, see y'all in the next one.